An effective team is not an isolated unit. It doesn't matter if the team is being traditionally managed in a quite hierarchical way, with the project manager directing how everything works, or if we're looking at a self-directed team where individuals are taking responsibility and are quite actively managing their own work. Ultimately, the team that's formed has to consider the needs of others within the organisation and perhaps outside of the organisation. So first thing to consider is good stakeholder analysis, because you have to be absolutely clear what relationships you need to build with others. And then one of the other things you have to consider is, what do you need from others? What information, what resources are you bringing into the team from your stakeholders? But also, what do you owe to your stakeholders in terms of information about the progress, maybe the issues, requesting information from them, and how you engage. So I think it's worth considering not only sort of mapping out all of the relationships within the team itself, but also then mapping out where does your team fit into the wider world, and how are those relationships going to work. You might want to consider whether or not somebody has a role within your team as the point person dealing with everybody else outside of the team, or whether or not that's something that's shared as a responsibility that everybody has. But firstly, I think you need to understand what those relationships are and how important they are to achieving the project objectives. And so almost the outside world becomes yet another really important relationship that you have to map.